Yo, it's the kid, it's the kid, it's the kid, it's the kid, it's the kid. The hate towards Hazard I find alarming and quite sad. I just want to just start off there. I think it's so let me just put this straight. I mean, I know it's quite sudden, but do you know how sad you have to be where you dedicate your entire lives because of a man? This guy is celebrating the birth of his child. He's trying to live his life. He's trying to be a normal guy. And all I see on Twitter are threads by certain people. Oh, sorry. Okay. Oops. Guys, bear with me. Is there still echo? Whoa. Hopefully the echo is fixed. Guys, is there still echo? Tell me, guys, if there's still an echo. Is there still an echo?
Yes, still an echo.
There still is?
That's what they're saying.
Okay. Oh, wow, what the heck? Alright, okay.
Yeah, it's just from your mic, though.
From my mic?
Yeah.
Okay, so don't worry, chill, we'll fix that. So it should be okay, now it's fixed. So basically, look, we are gonna break things down, talk about everything that's happening, but all those guys insulting Hazard, you're sad. You have to be sad because it's ridiculous. Can't a guy live? I get it. He missed a semi-open goal. It wasn't a clear open goal. It was a semi-open goal. And I get it. The Ox scored an amazing J against some part-timers. Some part-time bricklayers. But as a well-known guys, I don't do this alone. I do this with my good man here, El Ford.
What's up? Let's go. Semi's minimum.
So just tell me. So your just brief thoughts on the Chelsea game. Obviously, we gave a review, but just your brief thoughts on the hits and the Chelsea Ajax game.
Oof. I mean, I can't lie. I was pessimistic going into the game. I still thought we would win, just as a Chelsea fan, avidly. But I was certainly fearful of what this Ajax team could do. I've seen highlights of the games. I don't watch them live actually, but they didn't live up to the hype. Let's be real. They were not as good as I was told that they were meant to be. I was told they were meant to be this amazing side who was going to go to the semi-finals again, potentially the Champions League, looking as good as any side in Europe right now. But we shut them down. I mean, again, we're not the best team defensively this season, but we kept a clean sheet in their backyard. So I was very impressed by the boys today. I think it was an all-round great performance from the entire team. I thought the midfield pivot of Jorginho and Kovacic did really well, especially without Kante in there. I thought Tomori and Zuma. Let's remember, guys. We got these guys for free. In a market where certain mans are paying 75 million for Maguire, we got Zamori, hashtag it. If there's a hashtag in a hashtag, it's that hashtag, Zamori. We got those guys for free. So I'm happy, man. A great performance defensively, and obviously for Pulisic to come and have the impact that he had, and to set up to set up Mitchie. I got Tammy on my back. Tammy's there. And another great performance today. Another good all-round offensive striking performance. Without the goals, he didn't get many chances created for him, but he held up the play well, pressed well from the front. And then when Mitchie came on, he had those two big chances. Missed the first one, but he took the second one. So I'm happy, man. I'm Again, after the first game of the Champions League group stages, I was a little bit concerned. Very concerned. Losing at home to Valencia, who again were in a disarray at the time as well. But to come back with these two amazing performances away from home and to win both of those games deservedly, I'm more than pleased, man. More than pleased.
All right. So we're obviously going to do a recap of all of the games and how it's going. Just tell me, guys, is there still an echo? Hopefully, I should have fixed it. Just tell me, guys, is there still an echo? Is there still an echo? Tell me, guys, if there's still an echo. If there's not an echo, then I think we can carry on. If there's still an echo, then you guys are a bunch of bricks and losers. You need to fix your flipping computers, man. Okay, cool. No echo. No, okay. I think we're good. All right. So Real Madrid. My lord. Now, you've come out and you said that there is something wrong with Hazard. And you said that Hazard pretty much, you're worried about him. And I think, look, Real Madrid won the game, they won it 1-0, and even commentators said that Real Madrid are not touching that Champions League. They're not touching. If you're struggling to beat Galatasaray, who must have been relevant since the year 2000, okay, since the flipping computer age, I don't know what I can tell you. So what do you think is missing from this Real Madrid side that you don't feel they can be Champions League favorites? Or am I mistaken, and do you believe that they can actually be Champions League favorites, and you think that Zad will actually raise his level, Benzema will raise his level, and by the way, Vinicius is trash, by the way.
So. It's possible that we could see Benzema raise his levels, Hazard raise his levels, Modric come back into the fold and have a big effect. It's possible that we see that, but it's unlikely. Again, it's not how you start the tournament, but it's how you finish. But even from what we've seen, we've not seen enough evidence to say that this is a team that should be considered favourites for the Champions League. You're telling me what's missing from them? A completely new midfield. I think someone like a Kante in that midfield would change that Real Madrid team completely. And again, obviously, we'll get onto Hazard as well, but I think there's something completely missing there. In fact, we'll get onto Hazard right now. I'm concerned. I'm really concerned.
How concerned? Wait. Concerning in what sense? I need detail.
Oh, we're gonna go deep on this. Because it's not just what I'm seeing in his performances on the pitch, it's what I'm seeing in his body language. Because for me, I read a lot into body language and what people.
So you're a psychologist then?
I think everybody's got a psychologist in them. It's just how much you're willing to tap into that. Because naturally, we react to things that we don't even. We subconsciously react to things that we don't actually think about. Like, again, it's even said that it takes you about, I think, maybe 1.7 seconds to analyze a person and to just have like your first opinions of them. You don't naturally do that. You don't naturally think, I'm going to take 1.7 seconds to suss out this person. No, you just naturally do that. It's just what we do. And for me, I read a lot into footballers, what they say. I read into what a lot of sports people say. Now, with footballers, it's a little bit difficult because they're very media trained. So what they say normally is just what they just have to read off a teleprompter, really. Like, you're not really getting the truth out of them. But what you do get the truth out of is their body language and what they actually show you on the pitch, because I feel like what you do in your sport, especially in football, is a reflection of you on the pitch. It's a reflection of how you are as a person generally. Again, this is just my theory. People may agree or disagree.
So you're saying that Zad's body language tells that he doesn't care?
Yeah, we'll get into it. But again, for everybody who's thinking has similar thoughts to mine, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think. But this is just how I see it generally. But again, reading his body language.
Wait, guys, look. Ford doesn't support PSG. Apparently, there you go. That's what he claims. He doesn't support PSG.
I don't support PSG.
But based on the kind of wages that he's been saying about Neymar, I don't know. I think he's a double agent. But
guys, I don't support PSG. But they won yesterday, though. Just saying.
No. We're gonna get to PSG and Mbappe, but let's just run on this other things.
Yes, pertaining to it, because we're gonna get deep in this, and I want to make sure I make this point clear. I've seen a lot of his body language has not looked right, because again, the talk about him at Chelsea was, he had to carry the team on his back. There's not many players of a world-class ability on his level that we're going to do it for him and help him. And I made that point a lot. But now going to Real Madrid, now the burden is not just on him. In a sense, he's a part of a team where there's a lot of world-class players around him, and it's up to him to now carry a team that's on his level to do great things. But from what I've seen on the pitches, he's not looking like he wants to take the mantelpiece, because he wasn't meant to just go to Real Madrid and be a part of the jigsaw. He's meant to be one of the finishing articles of the jigsaw, not the goal scorer, not the be-all and end-all, but to still be a massive part of that, and to say, you know what, I'm here as the marquee player. I've got the number 7 on my back, and I want to be the main guy here. And I wasn't worried about, so people think, were you worried about the open goal miss? Okay, that was bad. It was embarrassing, to be honest, but that wasn't what I saw from that game which really worried me. What worried me was the Cruz goal. And when people ask, wait, what was wrong with that? Hazard did really good in that goal.
Deferring. I think everyone was like, wait a minute. He doesn't do that for Chelsea last season. He doesn't do that for Chelsea last season.
So even in that goal, it was good hustle from him. It was a loose ball from a Galatasaray midfielder. He won the ball. He then plays a nice 1-2 with Benzema. Gets into the box comfortably on his right foot. That's where you either shape it to go round to keep it to the far post, or you whip it near post. Not only did he not even look up at the goalkeeper to go and see, where do I shoot? He thought, instantly, I'm going to pass this up. I want to pass the buck on to somebody else to go and finish this chance when you're 1v1 clear on goal. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that psychology. So he passes it on to Cruz scores. Not only was it finished there, what I saw in HH, you could maybe you can have a look back at it or think about it in your mind what you saw, but I didn't see Cruz going, Hazard, thanks for that great assist. Cruz celebrated like that was all his own goal. And Hazard seemed cool with that. It almost seemed like he's happy to be second fiddle to Cruz and these guys there.
That can't happen. That's
not the mentality he needs to have.
Hazard, newsflash, and we're also going to get a list of newsflash. Bro, you're coming in here to be the alpha male.
Yes.
You can't be the beta. You're coming here to be the alpha male. And I think if he comes in and he's happy just to be part of the project and to be part of the team, that's going to be very problematic. Because Real Madrid don't buy bit part players, especially when they when they make such a big deal to buy you. They buy alpha males. You're here to be a superstar. So if you're not ready to be a superstar and actually come with that, I say, positive arrogance of that superstar, it's not going to work. So, and this is why I reiterate my point again. They needed either Neymar or Pogba. They needed one more superstar, specifically an egotistical superstar, for me to say, all right, these guys can maybe win this year. Without that, it's a cool team, but these guys cannot win that CL.
I think with hindsight, I agree with what you said, but I didn't think that. I feel like Hazard could have been that, because you know why? And there's a fictional character which I'm sure everybody on the channel is very familiar with. I'm sure you yourself, Hatred, you're very familiar with. That fictional character is Zod. And I think Zod was born at the World Cup, where we saw that look in his eye, that steely determination that, you know what, I'm going to carry my nation to greatness. And he had it for Belgium, he had it in patches for Chelsea, but I thought he would carry that same mentality to Real Madrid, his dream club, or he can go play for his dream player as a footballer, as a young guy, loving the game, growing up, watching Zidane grow up, and think, you know what, it's my dream to now play for a guy who actually wants me at the club. But not to go there half fit, obese, overweight, and then you're not taking games seriously. I'm not saying that. Again, if you have a child, I think it's his fourth child. Yeah, by all means, take a game off to go be there for the birth of your fourth child. No problem with that. But not how I see him in the game. I just feel like he's not mentally all checked in. He's not there to really be the alpha male, to not take the responsibility, and that's what he's there to do at Real Madrid. He's not there to be one off the bottle. He's there to be the special one, as Mourinho said back in the day. He's there to be that guy for Real Madrid, and right now it's not looking like he wants to be that guy. Is there time for him to turn it around? Yes. There's time for him maybe to realise, you know what, I've got to take the mantelpiece and I've got to do it now. I think it's also down to Zidane to get the best out of him and to build the team around him, because that's what he should be doing. Not around Benzema, not around Toni Kroos. It needs to be built around Hazard. For what they have available to them, it needs to be built around Hazard. But that's just my take. Will he turn it around? Hopefully. And I feel, again, even for myself and for anybody watching, it's too early to judge Hazard. I think we can judge him definitely at the end of the season. When it comes to February, March time, when it kicks in, where you're going into the title race, you're going into those knockout stages in the Champions League, which Real Madrid will get to. That's where you need to judge Hazard and see what his end product is there. Because if he's not producing then I'm going to have to hold my hands up. Haters will have to hold up his hands up and say, you know what? Maybe this guy isn't. Maybe Zard is just a fictional character. Maybe Zard is fake. Maybe he never was top three.
I mean,
because top three players, they don't go missing for the entire season at Real Madrid. That doesn't happen.
No, but basically for me, I've always said, look, man, I'm always fair here. Of course, there are players that I like and I'm players that I'm gonna do well. Hazard doesn't. Basically, Hazard doesn't have any grace period. If after this season he doesn't make the required effect for Real Madrid, I'm going to call him a loser, and I'm going to call him Hazard, and I'll stop calling him Zad. Yeah. Very simple as that. So let's look at PSG right now. 5-0, baptism, perfect record, won all their games, looking really good, looking as one of the strongest teams. And people, again, it's as if people have like sort of insomnia. I really feel that people actually have insomnia because people are now saying, this is the year. This is the year that they can do it. This is the year that somehow they will be able to somehow go ahead and actually win this. So do you believe or do you trust in people that say that this is the year for PSG to sort of say something, or are they just talking crap?
Well, personally, I trust those people because I am one of those people. So I trust in myself, and I've said it. I said it even last season.
You're mad, man.
I say it again this season. PSG are gonna win the Champions League. Finals minimum. As long as Neymar's fit. That's the main caveat. Again, 5-0 standard procedures. This is what PSG do.
That they're gonna. So you're saying they're gonna win it?
You know, my thing is finals minimum. Finals minimum. Because you know what? You never know what can happen in the final. Let's say they meet, I don't know, Liverpool in the final. Liverpool have been there and won the Champions League. Maybe it's just Liverpool's time again to go back to back. I don't know if it will happen, but that's what I'm saying. But finals minimum for me. If Neymar's fit, I don't see he beats this team over two legs. To be honest, I think it's gonna take a very, very gargantuan effort to beat PSG over 2 legs. Because look what they're doing now with hardly without the likes of Mbappe, the likes of Cavani injured, the likes of Neymar out as well. They've been balling out, and now Mbappe comes on for 22 minutes and scores a hat-trick. Are you mad? One of the youngest hat-tricks ever in Champions League history. I think he's 5th on the all-time record, which has the likes of Rooney on it, the likes of Raul on it, the likes of Owen on it, the likes of your boy, HH. I won't mention his name, but your boy.
No, don't. So say if you mention his name, then this
longer. I would have said it. But
yeah, it's true. This stream's over. Don't that name is never mentioned. So, and also, by the way, that is actually fake news. He doesn't deserve to be on that list. That dude does not deserve to be on that list. Whoever put him on that list is doing it as a lie. So,
he put himself on that list because he scored the hat trick.
No.
But bonus points to anybody who guesses the name. Ade J3, you've got the name right, but I won't say it on stream because I don't want to get kicked out. But anyways,
wait, no. Wait, with mods. Anybody who uses that, can you delete the messages of that name? I don't want to say that name. Mods, delete the messages that have that name said. Mods, do your job. Thank you.
I don't ban those because Janvan said that. Janvan's my guy, Nah, don't ban them, man. Allow them. Let them live. Let them breathe. Let them stay alive.
So Janvan is your guy because he's been saying that HH should be inducted and Ford is better than HH. I see what you're doing.
But you said that.
Look, man, I know a Nigerian when I see one. I know you tricking the Nigerians, man. All right, get in there.
But yeah, look, Mbappe's back, and they still got Neymar to come back. Di Maria's been in scintillating form this season, and I think the most important thing for me, other than Neymar, which is the main caveat and the main aspect of why PSG are, for me, Champions League contenders, is that midfield balance that they have this season now. With Verratti, as we've had obviously for the last few years, one of the best midfielders in the world easily. With Marquinhos holding behind him again, I've seen one of the best transitions I can remember from centre back, from defender to midfield. I think he's been absolutely seamless and been amazing as a DM. And obviously now alongside that with Idrissa Gueye, who for me now complements that midfield perfectly, because that midfield now can go to any arena in world football and can compete. And it won't get blown away and it won't get overshadowed because they have the steel in there, they have the competitiveness and they have the guy and the ability to go out there and compete against any midfield. And they obviously have their front three, whether it's Neymar, Mbappe, Di Maria, Cavani, Icardi, any combination of that front three in front of that midfield is going to cause damage. So, for me, I don't see how you don't have them as one of your favourites.
I don't.
You're gonna just,
no.
Why?
I'll happily explain why.
Don't bring up things like Miracle of the New Camp. Things like that aren't relevant to this team right now. Right now. Explain why they can't win it.
There is and you're the psychologist here. You talk about mentality and psychology and everything. There is a thing that has to be said with regards to if you keep on failing, when people keep on propping you as one of the favorites, that's what's going to affect you. It's called a loser's mentality. A loser's mentality is ingrained inside of your brain. And PSG, I told you, that miracle at Camp Nou and that United game, it is embedded into the team and those players. And they basically, until they do something truly exceptional in the knockout stage against a big name team, they will not have exercised those demons. So those demons are still living within them.
Yeah. I think it's going to take a marquee performance for them this season. They're going to have to do it in one of the early knockout stages. They can't, let's say, have an easy run to the final. Because then I think if they do, they'll lose in the final. But having said that, maybe you can instill a loser mentality, but there's a way to break a loser mentality. And you have to keep on trying until eventually you fix it. Now, to do the same thing over and over again is insanity. If you're expecting a different result.
Didn't that Einstein do? Is that Einstein or Aristotle? Or who said that?
That was forward, but okay.
Oh, well.
Give me some credit, bro. Come on.
So you're now stealing quotes now. Is that where we're at now?
That was actually Einstein. I'll give him some credit, to be fair.
Okay.
But look, the thing is, you say that if you keep on losing and losing, a team that lost over and over again in Champions League football and eventually came over the hill and actually won the Champions League, which proves that you can lose multiple times and then actually do it, was this beautiful club right here. I don't think even our 2012 team that won the Champions League was our best Chelsea team. In fact, I know it wasn't. I think there were much better iterations of the Chelsea team, especially under the likes of Mourinho, Hiddink. Even the Scolari team, even though they weren't great, they were still pretty decent. Ancelotti team that won the Premier League. That team was amazing. But we kept on we had so many close calls, and maybe we didn't have the same mental fragility that this PSG team has. But even still, we still had to overcome hurdles and then fall. But eventually, we managed to overcome the final hurdle, which was beating Barcelona in that semi-final, because that was the moment that we proved that we can compete and we can win the big one. And obviously, then in the Champions League final, we all know what happened. Obviously, Drogba came through, and it was just one of the most beautiful nights in football history. A bit biased, but that's what happened. So for me, there's no reason why PSG can't do it. Yes, they're going to have to prove doubters wrong, like yourself, HH. A massive doubter you are. But they're going to have to do it, and I think they have what it takes to do it. Only if the chosen one himself, the best Brazilian of his generation, Neymar, comes through and does it. Because I believe in Neymar.
But we all know he's going to get injured, though. That's what I don't understand. You know he's going to get injured.
So guys, we were talking about it while doing a live stream, watching Chelsea versus... that team everybody was hyping. I forgot the name already. That team everybody was hyping. The flavour of the month, right? That team that we went to their back and slapped them up, right? Cool. That team, yeah. And we talked about it. And we had a little forfeit, which you guys can let us know if you guys are on that right now. If you guys want to give us your seal of approval on that forfeit, which was and it will be approved, right? But let's say if PSG get to the final, that means I would then win the bet. Because HH's bet is that PSG won't get to the final. This is all pertaining if Neymar's fit. If Neymar's not fit, if he gets an injury during February and isn't playing one of the knockout stage games, then the bet's vetoed at that point. But if, let's say, PSG get to that final, that means I win the bet. Or they don't. The loser of the bet between one of us two has to eat one of the world's hottest chilies. Now, not the world's hottest chili, because I've heard that that's like in excess of £300, and I'm not going to put £300 just to burn my mouth. No. But we'll get one of the hottest chilies that we can find, and the loser has to do that as a forfeit. Now, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. And yeah, I mean, who doesn't want to see HSC eat a hot chili, right? Come on. Who doesn't want to see that? Let me know, guys. Come on, let me know. But yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying, that they're going to reach the final, and I'm not seeing enough reason to prove me otherwise.
All right, so I wanna now address the haters right now. So before I address the haters, guys in the live chat, is there still an echo, or do some people just have a brick computer? So I want to know, is there still an echo? Before I go on to the haters, I want to just really address this. Is there still an echo, or is the echo fine now? What does it sound like? What does it sound like? Because people are saying no echo. Now, sorry. Let me actually hit the super chats here. Let me hit the super chats. From Ash R. Thank you for your super chats. Why does the Barcelona board keep Valverde as the manager? Oh, easy.
Brilliant question. On, brilliant question. But go on, sorry.
So,
go on, HH.
Basically, why do they keep him as a manager, man? The reason is that look, you win a trophy, and that is something that Valverde can always hold on to. Despite everything, every season he's been a Barcelona manager, he's won at least one major trophy. He's won the La Liga, or the Copa del Rey. Now, I get that people hate him. He isn't the Barcelona way. People want a flipping Ten Hag. They want Ten Hag to be this dude. They say, okay, Ten Hag is that guy, blase, blah. They want all that crap. But the facts of the matter is this, and this is the facts of the matter, and the facts of the matter remains, is that he's won a trophy. But I do feel this, if this season he doesn't, because this will now be season 3. If this season he doesn't deliver the Champions League, no matter what even if he wins the Copa del Rey, I think this season is specific, which is why I think Valverde doesn't see another season after this, because I don't know how he will be able to have any arguments, because I think he should have been sacked last season. People would have said he should have been sacked last season because of the way in which they went out. It's one thing when you go to the semis, you go close, but the manner in which they went out, which was so similar to the one against Roma, is why people say, no, sack this dude. But bro, he still won a trophy. He still won that La Liga trophy. But I feel that La Liga trophy and everything won't be enough. That he will need to. He simply must be able to get it done going through. So, your thoughts on that, bro?
Valverde's a puppet. That's the reason why they're keeping him in. I think the Barcelona board know that Valverde is going to cater to what is important at the end of the day, which is Lionel Messi, the Lionel Messi brand. Everything's about Lionel Messi, and for me, that's not a good coach. That's not a good manager. Decent coach, but not a good manager, because he's not managing the situation, which is getting the best out of this Barcelona team, which is not to just put everything into the Messi basket. Because you saw what happened at Anfield when the likes of Jordi Alba clean through on goal, the likes of, I believe it was Coutinho clean through on goal, and they're trying to set up chances for Messi rather than just taking open shots at goal. Like, you can't put everything into Lionel Messi. Yes, he took the mic. Yes, he literally took the mic and said, we're gonna win the Champions League. But no, yeah, he did the most that he could, but it's not about just Messi, it's about the team. And when Pep Guardiola was in charge, it wasn't just about Lionel Messi, it was about building a team, a cohesive unit that could go out and dominate teams. Barcelona aren't doing that right now. Yes, Valverde's a more pragmatic manager, but he's not getting the best out of this team. Whether you're pragmatic or not, you need to get the best out of your team.
But my thing is that, do they have the players in order to do this though? If you don't have the players, i.e. a peak Iniesta, a peak Xavi, a peak Alba, a Dani Alves, can you play that sort of way effectively?
We're going to disagree on this. In fact, I already know we're going to disagree on this. Griezmann is good enough for you. Griezmann, Suarez, Messi is good enough for you to win the Champions League, in my opinion. Like, there's no excuse at that point. I just know they won't win the Champions League because Valverde's not going to get the best out of that front three. It's not a case of, you're playing Griezmann on the left, he's out of position, no, he's not going to do well. No. It's not just about where position is, but how you actually deploy these players. Because you've got quality players. And then let's say you haven't got Iniesta and Xavi. Okay, cool. You still got Arthur Melo, who's been fantastic the last 2 seasons for Barcelona personally. I think he's had a really good effect on them. You've got De Jong, who you just bought him for 60, 70 million. You're telling me that's not a good enough midfielder to win you the Champions League? With De Jong, Arthur, aging Busquets, but still a very experienced Busquets there. That's not good enough. You've got Vidal as a good utility option in midfield. That's not good enough for you. Like, why should he not have the HH, you know he should win the Champions League. You know he should be competing at the highest level to win the Champions League and be really favourites with that squad. There's no reason why he shouldn't be. And ultimately, he's not done enough with the squad over this period of time to say that, to suggest to me that he's a good enough manager to really fit Barcelona's needs. Personally, they need another manager soon as possible. And again, no matter what anybody says, there's no excuse for the egregious behaviour that happened at Anfield on that night, where they surrendered a 3-goal lead and lost to a Liverpool team without Firmino, without Salah. They lost to that team, to 2 goals from Origi. Bro, and I rate Origi by the way, but come on. No, I can't be happening. So for me, Valverde's not good enough. And to Sam Hass, we will talk about Liverpool. Not good enough for me.
Okay, so look, man, for me, like, as I say again, like, I have stopped defending Valverde, hence why he's currently in the Brick Academy right now. So...
What class?
I think he's Class B or Class C, but he might be suspended though because Barcelona are top of the table. But he is locking in and out of the Brick Academy. And my thing is this is your last chance. If he doesn't deliver the Champions League this season, he gets sacked 100%. So there's nothing more, bro. We got it big time right now. Primera Marmot, $14.99 US super chat. Chelsea proved me wrong. Accept this as an apology. Before I go to forward there, that's what I want. Because, guys, I was insulted. I've been mocked. I've been mocked for my hairline. I've been mocked for about coming 2 seconds late for football streams. People have mocked for my hazard takes. They have mocked me for all these different things.
Double L, that was a catchy
one. No, I'm not very good, but they've mocked me for all of these different things. Mm-hmm. So, for someone to have the gumption to come out and say, "I'm sorry, you were right," Marmo, I don't know what to say. So for let me give it to you with regards to what Premier Marmo says and the fact that how people insulted Chelsea, because everybody, people don't change. Don't you dare change because you know who did it. Everybody wrote Chelsea off.
Yeah, everybody wrote us off completely. And it's a case of you just... Again, I'll ask the question of people actually watching Chelsea, because just as good as Ajax were and as good as I thought, they were going to be tonight, and I thought it was going to be a really tough test for us, people have completely disregarded what we've been doing. People forgot that we actually won our last 5 games. In the big games that we've played this season, we competed very well against Man United. Okay, lost 4-0, embarrassing result, but still, we were comfortably the better side, and even Man United fans will tell you that. Against the European champion, the reigning European champions, we gave them as good as they could get in the Super Cup. In fact, the better team, and only lost on penalties. then lost again at home to them. But again, even in a tight game, which was one of the hardest games that they've had this season. So I don't know why people were so quick to write us off. People are really quick to overrate Ajax, and I have to say it is overrated at this point because they were very poor tonight. We made them look very average tonight. So again, for people that wanted to, again, I don't mind people being arrogant and being very confident in their opinions, but you have to back it up. So if you're going to be wrong, then you have to be up there to hold your hands and say, you know what, I was wrong. In that case, I was wrong. Like I'm able to do that. I'm very rarely wrong, but I'm able to do that. HH is always wrong, to be fair, so he does it quite often. But even I'm joking. But again, if you're gonna be a man of your word and stick by your gumption, then if you're gonna go balls deep with your opinion, then be ready to let your balls hang and drop. And if you get it wrong, be there to apologize for it and say, you know what, I got it wrong.
Wait. Now let me address, because I saw someone said this. He'll sleep with silk sheets. He'll have heating tonight, and he'll have 2 square meals as opposed to 2 to 1. But he still remains in the academy. There is no way I'm letting Kandreva leave the academy. I'm sorry, because first of all, you took Benzema away from me. I ain't losing 2 of my greatest students. To Benzema,
there was even shots for Alonso to leave as well after his
no.
and another clean sheet against Ajax.
Basically, look, my thing is like, what Kandreva did, quality. That was a quality goal. He needs to perform. He needs to have a world-class season to leave the Brick Academy. The only way he leaves the Brick Academy is if he has a minimum tier 2 season. That is the only way he's leaving. So really, he ain't never leaving. So the best you can hope for is he gets maybe suspended or put on the thing release. But Kandreva, hell no.
But he's eating good tonight, so.
No, it's really good. But look, man, let's with regards to Inter Milan and Dortmund, man, obviously we talked about this after the chat and everything, and this is good because we both have differing views. And even guys, tell us in the live chats who goes through, Inter Milan or Dortmund. I really believe that Inter Milan are going to make it happen. I believe that Inter Milan are really going to be the ones that really make it through. Thoughts on that?
I'm actually going to post it as a poll on Twitter right now. So on my @forward_100, who's going to go through alongside Barcelona? We're going to kind of safely assume Inter Milan or Dortmund. I'm saying Dortmund, but I have to say I was surprised by their performance tonight. It was quite lackluster. And I think they really, as we touched on in the review, they really just lacked that punch to their attack. Yeah, they play really good football. They have really good attacking players, really good, vibrant players. Again, a middle attacking trio of the likes of Sancho, Brandt, Hazard. If you throw Royce back into there, like, that's quality. But where's the real goal scorer in that team? Where's that guy who's going to guarantee you putting the ball in the back of the net? Because Andanovic had to make a couple of decent saves, but he wasn't really extended tonight.
Just hold that thought. Guys, we have over 400 guys in here. Hit that like button. It doesn't cost you anything, apart from a few. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit that like button. Smash the like button. Mods, what do I pay you guys for? Mods, get these people to hit that like button. Smash, hit, get that like button right now. Actually, before I go to you forward, let's hit this right now. We have another big time super chat. 9.99 super chats from NodeBeat7. Thank you for your 9.99 super chat, bro. NodeBeat7. He says, HH, I want to apologize as well. Ooh. But I say Chelsea don't survive the next round. And what do you think about Israel Adesanya? Can we agree that Dortmund are 100% bottlers and cheats? So before I give that over to Ford, Monaco 2017. That's all I'm going to say. Ford. So you can say that, but I think that if Chelsea win the group, let's see who they face. If they have a very nice thing, when you get to the quarters, bro, it's anybody's wine. Once you get to the quarters, it's called free party. It's a free party. Then we live. You see, once you get, if you make the mistake of getting Chelsea, if Chelsea gets to the quarters, we live, because Chelsea are playing free football. They're playing freedom football right now. So, do you want to face freedom football in that quarter? Because if Chelsea play quarters, bro, quarter could be a semi could be a final. And then if Chelsea do a back-to-back Europa League one time, Champions League one time, I think Chelsea would have surpassed both Liverpool and Man City as greatest club of all time. Because still, Chelsea, 2012 Champions League, have Liverpool won the Europa League? Have City won the Europa League? I don't think so. So I think we are the kings of Europe. So let us see the over to Ford and hit it.
Yeah, guys, we didn't have any sips of wine or substances before doing this video. But anyways, guys, okay, just a couple to be honest. But pertaining to Inter Milan Dortmund, again, disappointed about Dortmund's performance today, but I think they'll bounce back in the return game, and I do think that they'll go through. I think once Royce or Alcacer, I think just one of the two come back, I think that's going to be the firepower that they need to beat Inter Milan. And I think that they even showed in that game against Barcelona where they really should have won that game at home, where Ter Stegen made the penalty save from Royce, that they can actually take something away from Barcelona at the Nou Camp. And I trust them more against Slavia Prague to break down a defensive team like that, because Inter Milan, let's not forget, still struggled against Slavia Prague. Only needed, I think, a last 5-minute equalizer at home to draw against Slavia Prague in the opening game. So I still think it's all up for grabs right now. It's definitely in the balance, but if I was to lean to one team, I would lean to Dortmund. And where do I think Chelsea can go? I think Chelsea will survive the next round, and I mean it depends who we draw, because it depends really on the matchups, to be honest. But I think Chelsea can go far. And also to pertain to Note Beat 7's super chat, when he also says, what do you think about Adesanya? For me, as an avid UFC fan, again, I love the UFC, probably just as much, if not more than football, to be honest. I think just more because, as I was talking about earlier, it's easier to read fighters rather than it is footballers, because it's very media trained with footballers, but with fighters, like, they're just pure, they just say what is on their mind, and you can actually read them more, and it's a lot more not accessible.
More real.
It's more real. It's more relatable. That's the word I'm looking for. More relatable to myself, actually, to look what it's like from their perspective. And obviously looking at Adesanya again, he's a very relatable person. Like, I think everybody can relate to, whether it comes to anime, how he relates to his culture, being Nigerian and from New Zealand. His fighting style is very. It's just very like something that everybody wants to watch. Everybody wants to enjoy. I mean, everybody saw his walkout. I remember even showing you his walkout to his last fight.
Yeah.
He does the little
bloody
dance,
good, very good.
The little come at me, and then he goes and knocks the guy out in the second round. I mean, it's beautiful. That's what you want to see. So entertaining. And I mean, what do I think about him? I think he could be the biggest star in MMA. I generally believe he can be that, especially with McGregor out for extenuating circumstances. Let's say if he's not punching old people in bars, and he's apparently going out with strippers and having affairs and doing all kinds of nonsense and selling his whiskey wherever he can. With him out of the picture, I don't really feel that Adesanya can be the next breakthrough star in MMA. So certainly a guy to watch out for. Again, if anybody doesn't know about him, isn't a fan of UFC, I would certainly say, as a pastime, if you're not on the Half Hope Football Hut watching obviously our great content and dropping a like and a subscription on the channel, then I would certainly say go watch some MMA, go watch some UFC, and certainly check out Israel Adesanya.
Okay. Let's just hear some more of these super chats that are coming right now. Thank you very much, guys, for this super chat love, man. Thank you, guys.
The love is coming in. Woo.
So, the love is going in, man. Okay, so from Martin Rosario, hitting him with a $5 super chat, man. So Martin Rosario says, I thought Ajax would perform a circumcision. I was wrong. I apologize, HH. But I believe they'll make quarters max after tonight, not yet semis. Martin, all I want is an apology. That's all I wanted. All I wanted was an apology, because you can't keep hating on a dude for ages, and when a dude is right, you don't give him the love. So Martin, thank you for the love, and see you in the semis, bro. It's happening. Ash R, £2 super chat. HH, more hangouts with you two. Your boy spitting facts. Yo, man, that's why I'm bringing you the love, man. Ford. Sorry, man. Nigerians know what it is, man. Okay, we are the smartest guys in the world, man. So when you now combine two Nigerians in one, it's crazy, baby. From Josh Bourne, 999 super chat, and Josh Bourne is also a Patreon member as well. So Josh Bourne, Patreon member, what does he say? Yo, HH, what drugs are you using to say Chelsea over Man United and Liverpool? Send me some. Josh, it's very simple. Have Liverpool won? So in recent years, so let's just say in the past, since 2012, 2012 Champions League, and what's it called, 2018 Europa League. That's a double whammy. What other club within that span has won the Europa League and the Champions League?
And the Premier League.
And the Premier League, no other. So if you look at, technically, that makes Chelsea the greatest club in the world, because if you combine the Europa League and Champions, because since 2012 things changed. So since 2012, Champions League, Europa League, Premier League, nobody has done that. So that is actually a treble, something that Chelsea have already done. So they put them in it. So that's what makes them greater.
It's factual.
Basically, there's a thing that says factual. So when you win a Europa League, Premier League, and Champions League, get back to me.
Hold on.
So basically, let's hit this right now, man. From Dungu Kamau, how is this Tomori Zuma centre back partnership shaping up. So let me start and then I'll get over to forward. So for me, shocking. Because I think I even said this to Ford earlier on. I always want an older, much more mature centre back to help the other younger centre back. That is what I always want, and I think that's always the best way to really go through there. But the way that to come away with a clean sheet against Ajax away from home is insane. For guys this young to be this assured, I think is absolutely 100% insane. And I think that if these guys can keep playing together, form a formidable partnership and understanding, bro, I think these guys can do great things forward. What's up? What are you saying?
You remember how I felt, how I reacted to Luis leaving? I was very upset at that. But I have to say, I'm happily proven wrong. And you know what it was? It wasn't just for tomorrow. That was actually more about Zuma, Luis leaving. Because it was more about, you know what, Zuma, you're going to be my main go-to guy at centre-back. And I can remember mentioning it for last season. He looked like he was becoming a leader, coming out of his shell a bit more. Because he, even looking at what the likes of Terry and Gary Cahill have said about him, he said that he's got leadership qualities and he could be a future captain of Chelsea. This came out of their mouth. Obviously, going to Everton, where he was a bit more of the bigger, like one of the more established internationals at Everton. He was able to stamp his authority at the club after a little bit of a slow start, and has slowly become really head and shoulders as one of the main guys in the dressing room. Now he's starting to do that at Chelsea now. Obviously, a bigger dressing room. You've got more personalities, more egos, but more guys who have won things, who are actually of a bigger caliber, of more of a higher name in the game. Now he's starting to do that again with Chelsea, and he maybe isn't the most experienced on paper, he kind of is the more experienced one of the two in the partnership. You can kind of see that in how they're playing. He's more of the aerial, aerial dominant. Zuma, definitely. Yeah. But again, that's not a slight on Tomori, because Tomori's been absolutely fantastic this season. I mean, ever since scoring that amazing goal against Wolves, he's gone from strength to strength. He's even got into the England team now. Hasn't actually played, so he's still technically eligible for Nigeria and Canada, but make the right decision, Tomori. Make the right decision, bro. We're pointing right at you. I know you're watching, but yeah. I think that it's a really, really good partnership. I think it's got everything you really need. It's got that strength. It's got really good ball playing skills. I think Zuma's actually very underrated with his ball playing abilities, actually. I think he's actually he's got the ability to swing it 60, 70 yards to the wing backs or the wingers. So I feel like it's a very underrated partnership, and I think it's got a partnership that's got a lot of space to improve. And I think we're even talking about on the stream, HH. Making Chelsea black again was a thing. It was a thing. Don't get me wrong, I love all my white guys, I love all my Oibo man them, but you needed to make Chelsea black again. And we've got some black man them back in the team. We've obviously got some white excellence in the team as well, of course, but it's not, because, again, I'm not saying this as like, oh, I want to see black people because I'm black. No. The Chelsea that I remember that was the greatest Chelsea of all time that I remember was the likes of Drogba in there, Essien in there, John Obi Mikel in there, yes, Ashley Cole in there. Like, there was man them in that crew. There was man them in that team. Kalu Maluda. And no there was man them in that team. So it's good to see it kind of coming back slowly but surely, man. So I'm definitely happy about that partnership. And again, that's not to mention that we still even got the likes of Christensen and Rudiger to come back in. So that's a really good four defenders that we have at the squad. So I'm very happy with our defensive options right now.
Okay. So where's we're gonna go with this right now. So basically, moving forward right now, obviously we're now going to deal with the other head-to-head group. Oh, that's where I wanted to go. Now, I have been seeing this whole thing bugging me. Actually, before I get to Liverpool, because yes, Liverpool fans, chill. Don't worry, I got you, baby, I got you.
Sadio.
So, look, I'm going to talk about Sadio. Primera Marmos, thank you much for your $4.99 super chat. So, Primera Marmos says, thoughts on those bombs Valencia drawing in the last minute. Okay, so my thing is that don't tempt fate. Valencia look like a bunch of bricks.
Yeah.
But if Chelsea now go to Spain and Valencia and just say whatever, because the way things are going and the way Valencia are operating, Chelsea should beat both Lille and Valencia. The way things are going and how Valencia are operating, they should beat them, but don't tempt fate. Don't tempt fate.
No, I'm going to tempt fate. Valencia are bums. Valencia are done out here. I'm not saying that just because of Chelsea. I'm saying it from what I've seen from Valencia. These men are dead. Bro, rubbish. No, Valencia are dead out here, bro. They were dead against us in the first game. They got, I want to say, a fluky win because we weren't great ourselves, but they were poor. Against Ajax, Ajax absolutely slapped them off the pitch. And today, bro, do you know what happened today? Yeah, they actually only drew because of a 95th minute Akone goal. So Leo only equalised in a 95th minute, literally the last minute of injury time. Valencia had 6 shots, 3 on target. Lille had 26 shots. 26 shots. They completely dominated them. Valencia, again, obviously after sacking the manager early in the season, and with the new Papa who's come in.
But then it's what you do with those shots that you have. You can have 26, 28 shots. Why didn't you win 5-1 or 4-1? How did you get 1-1?
That's also down to Lille, because even Lille against Chelsea and even against Ajax, they created a lot of chances, but didn't put the ball in the back of the net enough. But the point I'm trying to make is they're still being dominated. You're still you can't be allowing that many shots against you, on target, off target. It doesn't matter. You can't be allowing that many shots on your goal happening. So it just shows that Valencia are not a really well-oiled unit right now. Even against Chelsea, remember that they even got very fortunate to get the win. We all know about that brick who came and missed a penalty at a crucial stage in that match. So again, for me, Valencia, the guy who sent through the super chat, Primera, right? Primera Marmot. He's spot on. Valencia are bums. Straight up. They're bums.
So let's just hit a few more of this. Actually, wait. So I will hit the super chats soon. So don't worry. I see the super chats. I will hit them soon. I want to talk about Liverpool. So have you seen this Ox goal?
Ooh, no, I haven't actually.
Apparently, Ox scored this crazy goal. People saying, have you seen this Ox goal and everything? First of all, who were Liverpool playing? I just want to know. Were they playing Elche, Granada, or Scunthorpe? They were playing one of those teams. That's what they were playing one of those teams. So I'm not taking away from the win, but did they play either Scunthorpe, Elche, or Granada?
Game, I believe it was.
Same thing. But I want to talk about Sadio Mane, bro. And let me just say this right now. Quality for Ox getting that chip, because I've always said, if Liverpool can get the best out of Ox, Liverpool are looking very, very dangerous indeed. And I still feel like Liverpool are definitely strong favorites to try and defend their title. They are built their title. But I want to talk about Sadio Mane, man. Besides, the thing about Sadio Mane is that this guy's scoring a lot of G's. And I believe, hey guys, we have 700 people in the thingy. Hit the like button. Smack the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. Show the love for football analysis. Hit the like button. Sadio Mane, man, I think this guy can actually get to the next level. Because people say, like, he's hit his ceiling. That is in there. This dude is consistently scoring. The amount of time that this guy scores first, the amount of time this guy opens the scoring, the amount of time that this guy wins a penalty. Because people talk about, look, I'm not doing the whole Mane and Salah thing. I'm not here for that. But Mane continuously makes a difference. Consistently makes a difference. And my thing is that, thank you, Dio. See, because I told you, he's not called El Dio. He's not called. So that's what we say. Once you now reach the level, I give you an HH nickname. So the thing about El Dio is this. El Dio has the ability to carry Liverpool all the way. Because El Dio has that kind of psychosis of like, okay, this is the one. I told you, look at what he looks like. This guy is from the depths of Africa. Any guy who looks like that. Sorry, I don't mean to have any offense to my licensed friend. Once you're dark skinned and you look like that, you understand because you've seen blood. That guy has suffered in his life. So once you've suffered in your life like that and you're dark skinned like that, you understand what it means to come from the depth, from the front depth. So you combining dark skin, El Dio, what he looks like, and look at his face. I've seen that face in Nigeria before. That's like Tunde. That is a Baba Tunde face. That is the face. So my thing with the El Dio is that, bro. Let me even send it to you right now. What is his ceiling, and how good can he potentially be?
Right now, I would say he's top 5 players in the world on form, along with the likes of Lewandowski, Di Maria, Sterling. That's just based on form, because form is a very subjective thing. But in terms of right now in the world and what his ceiling is, I would say, it's difficult, because it's hard to really gauge where Neymar is because of all his injuries. But I see no reason why he can't be the best winger in the world. I see no reason why he can't be. Which would mean ahead of the likes of, obviously, Hazard, Salah, the best winger in the world. For me, I think that's very possible for him to be there. And that for me would mean you automatically top 5 in the world, if not top 3. I think he has a lot of defensive responsibility at Liverpool already. I think we even saw it in the game before the Man United game, which was the Leicester game, where he made even 2 fantastic tackles on the edge of his own box. And that was then to go and score the opening goal in that game. And obviously then win the penalty in the last minute, which was a crucial 3 points that Liverpool got. I feel like he's so versatile in what he does. He brings so much to his game. And I think what the conversation about Mane was before was that, on his day he's unstoppable. On his day he's such a maverick. He has a day where he's off completely and then he has a day where he's on completely. Now he's just having on days. He's having solely on days, and he's a very hard player to stop. Well, you have a lot of players like a Sterling, perhaps, like a Salah, perhaps, who are very good at what they do. They're very predictable in what they do. And if you can suss them out in the game, then you know how to stop them.
You never know where Mane is coming from. Mane, it can come at you from any way.
Again, these guys are very consistent. And at the highest level, these guys are all very consistent. But Mane is consistently unpredictable and performing in the big games and scoring big moments. So, to me, I don't think there is a ceiling to what he can do, to be honest. I don't think there is a ceiling. So, the sky is the limit. In fact, the sky isn't the limit. You can go beyond the sky. You have to open your horizons to that. So, for me, Mane can do anything he wants to.
But I've never actually understood that whole saying of "sky is the limit."
Yeah,
surely, if you wanna be greater, why should sky? Are you saying that the sky is as high as it can go? Last I checked, I think that there's bloody Mars and everything that's beyond the sky. So I've never really understood that. Let's just hit some super chats, guys. 9 minutes left before we end the stream. 9 minutes left before we end the stream. So send in your questions and everything before we end the stream in 9 minutes. So. Happy Feet, thank you for your £2 super chat. Has anybody seen Shadeless HH? No, they haven't, and they never will.
I've known HH now. I've had the privilege of actually knowing HH for 3 or 4 months now. Actually, like yourselves, I was a big fan of the channel. Massive fan of HH. Obviously, for allowing me to join him and actually record these videos. I've not seen him without the shades once. Like I've seen him come out the shower with shades on. I've seen him like. On a toilet seat, don't ask what I was doing there, but cool. With shades on.
I've seen. Wait. Let's back up. Let's just make it clear. Ford has never seen me come either out of the shower or on the toilet. Because don't to read that the wrong way. So please, let's just read straight. Ford has never seen me come out of the shower or take a crap on the toilet. Thank you very much. So let's carry on. Okay, thank you. All right.
I have cameras, by the way. But look, guys, I've not seen him without the shades on. I don't know. I heard rumors that he has green eyes, but I can't confirm more than that. So it's mad.
Okay.
Do you know any Nigerians with green eyes, by the way?
I think I remember seeing a Nigerian with red eyes when I was in school, back in Victoria. So, yeah, I remember a Nigerian with guy with red eyes.
He wasn't caned too much from school.
No. He literally has red eyes. I was like, this is weird. He had red eyes. It was weird.
Okay.
All right. So Martin Rosario with the £2 super chat says, Valencia bottle jobs cost me money. HH, bro. That's why don't bet.
Don't bet.
Only bets if you can rig the results. That's really where you bet.
Quick plug actually for Talking Tactics. Who was the guy you recorded the betting show with? The betting podcast, rather, should I say?
Paul Anscoge.
Okay, Paul. I'm not gonna pronounce the second name, but anybody who isn't already a fan or already subscribed to Talking Tactics, go right now. You can find out all your social media platforms, Spotify I use generally. Very good, very insightful actually on the world of betting and obviously how it's so it's so embedded and in delved into the British community. Like,
no. The way Paul went into it was really good.
Very different. Again, I couldn't do it justice talking about it now. So for you guys, go on Talking Tactics on Spotify, wherever you watch your podcast, and check it out because it was a really good show, very insightful. But yeah, continue, HH.
All right. So, from Natural Opinion, £2 super chats. How long until Mane takes that Zad spot? Whoa. Okay, let me say this right now. As of right now, I think for me, Hazard will always be the better player. As of right now, Mane is better. Based on form, Mane is... LDU is clearly better than Hazard right now, 100%. As of right now, it's clearly
So you're
better.
saying he can't overtake Hazard? He can't overtake Zad, sorry. LDO.
No. My thing is that...
I think that was the question. Could he overtake?
No. Like, yes. Okay, no. Yes, he can. But what I'm saying is that based on a natural footballing ability, Mane will never be better than Hazard. Hence why, as much as I hate Neymar will always be top 2 best players in the world for just natural ability, which that can't change based on form. But forget that. Natural ability is not fun. What is fun and what I care about is how good are you playing right now. And I want to form it. So if it's based on form and how well you play, yeah, Mane can definitely overtake Hazard for sure.
Controversial and say, you know what, Mane can, and I think he will overtake Hazard. I think he will, because I see more of the mentality of someone who's out there to go and be the main guy for his team. So let's say he stays at Liverpool, maybe let's say he moves to Real Madrid or Barcelona, more likely to Real Madrid. I see him being more capable of burdening the responsibility of being that guy. And also with Mane, West Hazard's a great dribbler. Mane's is maybe not as technically a dribbler, but he's more unstoppable in terms of he can beat more guys 1v1. He's more willing to take the risk of beating you 1v1.
Like basically much more unpredictable. So and I think he's much more braver and affect the game more. I think Zad can be a bit too timid. Mane ain't timid. He's like, you know what? I'm coming for that ass.
And he's explosive with it. He can take on a guy and just beat. I'll size up. No matter who you are, I'm gonna beat you for pace on the outside. Whether it's left or right, I can do that. So I think with Mane, there is no limit. As we've been saying, guys. If anything, if there's gonna be a title for this video, or at least a hashtag. Although we're not really fans of hashtags on this channel, but there's no limit. Sky's not the limit. There is no limit. There is no limit. So for someone like LDO, as we're gonna call him now, there's no limit. Not at all.
All right, let's just read this last few super chats. A few minutes left for this thingy. Oh man. Okay, so George Lyle, £2 super chats. Mane is complete tier 1 player. Even Messi said. I currently have him at tier 1. Kante is still the chief though. Kante is still the chief though, but I do have him at tier 1, so 100%.
If you're gonna go to chief, Oga, what you need to do is produce a better performance than what we saw from Kante in the Super Cup. And I don't know if we'll see a better performance all season, but if you guys do see one, let me know, because that performance in the Super Cup was egregious. It was egregiously good. Like, it was almost perfect. It was ridiculous. So we've got to see Mane do that against another top team of that level, and it's got to be almost an immaculate performance. So let's see if he can do it.
From Josh Byrne, 499 super chats. Sky's not the limit.
Yep.
Ronaldo ego has already passed the.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Oh wow! What the hell could I say? All right. From Primera Marmot, 199 super chats. Will you be streaming the new Call of Duty? No, because Halo will always be better than Call of Duty. Call of Duty is overrated. Halo will always be better. So yeah. From Dean Classic, super chats. Is the Merc into football and does he have a team? Yes, I think basically the Merc is basically a guy that I know. Yes, he's into football and I think his team might be Arsenal. 15 goals max, £2 super chats. What are your dream semis and finals of the Champions League? I think this is a great one to end it. This is a great one to end it. Remember, guys, like the vid. If you're in here, please like the vid. It doesn't cost you anything. Like the vid, like that vid. So, my dream semis and final. This is my dream. So, my dream semis. That was a dream final. Dream semis. Juventus, Liverpool in one place.
Okay.
PSG, Bayern Munich in another one.
Okay.
So basically, this is just coming as just for footballing sense. Because obviously, Chelsea will make the final, but this is just based on just what I want to watch probably on a footballing level. Because really, if I want to be biased, Chelsea final and then the big win everything. So just for what I want to just say, just based on tactics and the thing here. So Bayern Munich, PSG in one semi, Juve Liverpool in another semi, and a final. Juventus against PSG, Cristiano and your boy.
It's just Cristiano, really.
Yeah, it's basically just Cristiano against Neymar. Because for me, okay. You know what? Let me be biased. Okay, let me be slightly biased. Okay, let me be transparent here.
Don't say it.
No, wait. Chelsea. Look, I want Chelsea to go all the way. Because if Chelsea go all the way, I'm doing a 5-hour documentary. Because I may do a 1 hour post match based on what just happened, but I'm going to do a 5-hour documentary. If Chelsea actually make the semis, my God, that would be insane. But my thing is this: if Mbappe, and it won't happen because PSG are trash, they're crap, and they'll flop again, and anybody who believes in them is a complete moron. Ford, you're a moron. I'm sorry. So my thing is that if for some strange reason, let's just say randomly, PSG win the Champions League and Mbappe scores the winning goal, it's over. It's done. It's finished. I'm not going to name their names, but your GOATs have to hand in their card and retire. Because if Mbappe scores the winning goal and leads PSG to a Champions League victory, I will write to FIFA and all the federations that certain GOATs handing their resignations effective immediately.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that narrative. I mean, that'd be a very interesting narrative. I mean, because for a long time, people said that we wouldn't see a successor to Messi and Ronaldo, but
it ain't happening. I'm just Mbappe's not winning the PSG. PSG are not winning it. They're not winning. They're not winning it. They're not winning it, bro.
Let's just speak it because if in the same generation somebody came up and won the World Cup on their watch, also knocking out Argentina in the process, and Messi also scoring a brace in that game, and then in a couple of years' time, then went on to win the Champions League on their watch, beating Ronaldo in the final. That says a lot. And it also would mean that HH would eat that hot chili as well, which would be very fun to see. So, but to that question, very good question. My dream semi-finals, and I don't know if HH's your one were based more on like what you would like to see in a football game, but mine's more based on the narrative around it. And my narratives are very tasty, very, very tasty. Because my first semi-final would be Real Madrid versus Liverpool. A repeat of the 2018 Champions League final, and we all know what Ramos did to Salah. And I really want to see that
Ramos
revisited.
Okay, so you'd have that. So you'd rather have that in a semi than a final?
Oh, definitely in a semi, because you're gonna see what I'm gonna do. You're gonna see what I'm doing in a minute. But obviously, there's also that pertaining to it. There's also the Brexit midfield now going back up against Modric and Kroos. I like to see that combination of. I think that'll be it makes a very interesting game over two legs, especially. And bear in mind, Liverpool haven't actually lost a two-legged European tie with Jurgen Klopp ever in the last 3-4 years that he's been there. They've got to every single final they've been to. They got to Europa League final, then 2 Champions League final. They've not actually lost the European tie over 2 legs. So very interesting that. And also bear in mind now Hazard going up against Salah again. Obviously best friends now essentially made as enemies now, going up against each other in a Champions League semi-final. That's Hazard's chance to prove himself. You know what? That I can do it at a Champions League level. So I think that would be an amazing tie. And for my second Champions League semi-final, it would be Barcelona versus, well, I mean, obviously now we all know who it's going to be. PSG. The return of Neymar at the Camp Nou. That's all I got to say. Imagine that. And then for my dream final, I mean, any combination of those 4 in the final would be exceptional, but it has to be the thing that we've never actually seen. We've actually never seen an El Clasico final. We've never seen a final, but even between Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Bayern Munich, never. So to actually see one, hopefully, would actually live up to expectations and not be full of fouls and diving and yellow cards and all that. But actually to get a pure El Clasico on the grandest stage of them all, that would be exceptional to watch. And that's what my dream final would be.
See, my thing is that I'm not sure whether Barcelona even make the semis, man. That's the crazy thing. No, but do you know what would be so sweet? Because I know so many Liverpool fans. Do you know what would be so sweet? A Chelsea-Liverpool Champions League final. Liverpool take an early lead. Of course, it's flipping Mane. Then 85th minute penalty. Salah walks with the penalty. It's saved. 90th minute, Michi Batshuayi takes the game into extra time.
No, rewrite that. Tammy Abraham takes it to extra time.
Okay, because Tammy Abraham can say extra time.
Yep.
Extra time is going. Liverpool are trashing them. They're trashing them. It's going crazy. Liverpool having chance after chance after. Mane is going insane. Salah is going insane. 121st minute, from the halfway line, Pulisic beats one. He beats another. We are screaming, pass the ball. Another. Pass. Homeboy comes through. Wait, what's the name of that keeper? Liverpool keeper. What's the name of the keeper? Alisson comes out. Pulisic goes round him. Van Dijk goes for a last-ditch sliding tackle. Pulisic does a feint, sends Van Dijk all the way back. So wait, where is Van Dijk from? Like his ethnicity, not Holland. Is it Suriname or something? Basically, he sends Van Dijk back to where he is ethnically. So back to he sends Van Dijk where he is ethnically. Then Pulisic then does a little dink chip into the thingy. 2-1. That's, my friends, I will literally rip my brain open. Because if that happens, don't you dare come onto Twitter. I will literally, see, Twitter, the Twitter handle will literally ban me. I'll be a prick. I will be the biggest prick. Because the narrative is like, of all the people to score, Donald Trump flipping a Captain America to score, bro.
That's a dream. I don't think I'll be able to live through all of that, but that would be absolutely amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. Imagine he'd done that and then does. Or reveals the Captain America tattoo on his chest. It's like,
No, what would be no? Do you know what? No, scratch that. I love Batshuayi. I love Tammy Abraham. Kante scores the equalizer. And Kante is the one that has a crazy game. But Pulisic, if he's that solo goal, 121st minute.
I mean, not only does that translate in the game in Europe, that translates the game worldwide. That's an American star doing it.
And also, and Americans will go, and because you know, Americans know how to do box office, man. They don't know how to do box office.
There'll be a movie on that instantly.
Spielberg. I was saying Tarantino. We're gonna Denzel. Come in. Maybe Ryan Gosling plays. You know what? Joaquin Phoenix. Maybe Joaquin Phoenix plays.
All of them.
You know. So, man. Guys,
but let's limit expectations on Pulisic. We're not expecting him to do all of
guys,
that,
relax, chill. Pulisic,
We're just having some
he's
fun
a
here.
brick. Pulisic is a brick. He's a loser. Yes, I'm gonna induct him into Class A. And yeah, he's crap. He's horrendous. Guys, it's from us here and there. Hopefully, we'll be back here for another CL
960
review, man.
Today. Wow.
So yes, no, this is a huge numbers, man. So huge numbers. Let me just hopefully that I didn't actually miss any flipping. So let me hit the super chats here. From Martin Rosario, 499 super chats. Mbappe will take reins from Cristiano, but first he needs to complete the triplets with Juve HH. I think it's a Real Madrid thing that he's going to be doing. Guys, it's been swell.
Wait, one more super chat here from _100. When is HH going to get that small compares?
Okay, look. Give me 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks and give me a Uncle Moo pragmatic team. I'm gonna beat this guy senseless. 1-0. You won't score.
Guys, if you want to see HH get that small compares, you know what to come.
Give me the right team. I'll smack you up. I'll do Catenaccio. Catenaccio, you won't score. That shall not pass. I'll beat you out 1-0.
Guys, I can't promise you'll see HH's eyes, but you'll see tears running down. You'll see tears running down those eyes. That's what I can guarantee.
Alright, guys. Peace out. Remember to like the video. Like the video if you don't already like it and share it. Peace out. I'm out. Peace out.
Peace.